Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We are 2 days away from Samhain or All Hallows Eve or Halloween, whatever you want to call it. Uh, isn't that wonderful? It's chilly outside. You're gonna definitely need a coat depending on where you are. Some places stay warmer than others. It is definitely cold where I'm at, finally. So, let's see what Spirit has to say for our highest good today. The first card of the day is Spider. I know, it's that time of year. But Spider is creative projects. He reminds you that you have within you the gift to create meaningful, purposeful work. Within you is an artist waiting to be expressed. The spider signals that it's time to be aware of your responsibilities for the creation in your life. That's interesting. Whether you see yourself as an artist or not, you're always co-creating with the divine. You are the architect of your own happiness and fulfillment. What are you building? Don't just sit there, for this is your time to create. Create something that is fulfilling and meaningful to you. Don't keep it to yourself, though. Share it with the rest of the world and ask the divine what you're supposed to be co creating or what you're supposed to be creating. Maybe you need to co create with somebody else. Maybe it's not just a you project, but you are the designer and the creator of your own life, your own happiness. So don't expect somebody else to fulfill that for you. You have to do it first. Then everything else is a bonus. Next, we have the cow. There it is, the cow. Nutrient, abundance, ask and receive. The cow says, "Take my milk, I can always feed you. I'll eat the grass of the god and goddess, and in turn pass good fortune on to you. Nourishment is never ending when I appear on your path." The cow reminds you that there is no shortage of blessings in the world. Ask to partake in the infinite abundance, and you will indeed get exactly what you need. Not what we want, but what we need. Do your part, and I will do mine with joy. Ask, and you will receive all the blessings I have to offer. Isn't that wonderful? Not only nourishment, but abundance. But if you don't ask, Spirit's not necessarily going to give it to you. Because Spirit thinks, they got this. They don't need me to give them something. So ask, and ye shall receive. For there is plenty to go around. Next is the Wind Fairy, which yesterday was very windy. Isn't she beautiful? Thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. She whispers that the power of thoughts manifests the unseen into the physical. So what we think sometimes, we can actually manifest it and not even realize what we just done. So take time to observe your prominent thoughts. Are they positive? Do they reflect empowering concepts? When you tune in to how your mind is focused, you will surely see the relationships between your environment and the thoughts you're thinking. To change the world, you must first change the way you think. She also reminds you of the power of intellect, as this is a good time to see the power of your analytical mind. Think before you act. This is not that time for impulse action. A well thought out strategy will yield a positive result. So, for all of us that like to be spontaneous and just do what we want and not care, this is not the time for that. This is the time, if you want change, you must first change the way you think, change your conditionings, and change your thoughts. Because a well thought out strategy will yield that result that you're looking for. Isn't that wonderful? I think so. And I did pull one more. And some people might freak, but it's not a bad card. It's death. But death is transformation, a total change of attitude, like the wind fairy was saying. Change your thoughts, change your life. Regardless of how death represents itself or presents itself, it is a necessary aspect of all things. Is the winter of things, part of the cycle of life. When you receive this marker, you are reminded that all things have their season. And isn't that so true? There is a season for everything. And if we didn't have those seasons, then nothing would bloom and grow, nothing would change, and everything, there would be no nourishment, no taking care of the land, of the animals. So change is inevitable. We have to transform into something better. Take courage, for in suffering to death, surrendering to death, in time, you will be blessed with an extraordinary new life. Rejoice, for that which dies fertilizes and fortifies the new. Endings always point to the fresh beginnings. So, honestly, I feel this way. Something in our life has to end for something new to begin. If there wasn't an ending, there wouldn't be a beginning. So, we're going to take that spider and we're going to get creative. We're going to take this cow and we're going to find our blessings and our nourishment. We're going to listen to the wind fairy and be mindful of our thoughts and recalculate the way that we think. And last but not least is death, which is just transformation. And wintertime is a good time to transform because everything is dying and everything will regrow in the spring. So let the endings pass and die. Then you will harvest a beautiful growth and new beginning when spring comes. Isn't it wonderful how Spirit just helps us? We're going to create together something new inside of us to share with the world. So I hope something resonated with you today. Please go in love and light, and I will see you on Salmon or All Hallows Eve. Until then, thanks for listening.